kids. I'm going to read a wonderful story for you today. The name of the story is The Bodybuilder. The author is Supriya Nair and the illustrator is Shivam Thapliyal. It is brought to us by Pratham Books. So let's get started. Vava's sister Chinnu is growing fast. When he first met her at the hospital, Chinnu was small and hairless. Vava was terrified to hold her because she was soft and looked like a pink worm. Now she has black hair just like him. Her nose is round and snub, just like Amma's nose. And her eyes are the same color as Amma's and Amma's sister Banu Chitta's. Amma is grandmother in Malayalam and Chitta is a mother sister in Malayalam. Did you know that? Let's go on with the story. It's amazing, Vava tells Banu Chitta, whose stomach is looking more and more like a big, hard egg these days. At first, Chinnu was just a small speck in Amma's stomach, like the baby in your tummy. Now Chinnu looks a little like all of us. Chitta says, "What do you think this one will look like?" When Amma was pregnant with Chinnu, she had explained that Chinnu was taking her time to grow in Amma's belly. She would come out only when she was strong and ready to meet the world. "Chitta, your bump is smaller than Amma's when Chinnu was inside her. Are you sure there's a baby in there?" "Very sure," Chitta says. This baby is still a very small combination of cells, but it is hard at work in there. All the cells are dividing and multiplying. Slowly, they will form a group of cells that will become eyes, ears, and other organs." "Ah, I know what a cell is," says Vava. He leans out of the window to grab a pomegranate from a tree. "This fruit is like an organ. Then each seed in it is a cell," he says. Vava knows that a cell is the smallest and most basic unit of life in a body. Not just in this body, but in every organism. "Yes, Vava, cells are building blocks that make up all living things," says Chitta. "But if all living things are made of cells," Vava says, "then a cell should become anything, right? My new cousin could be a panda?" Chitta laughs. "Then we'll call the baby Panda Anda." "I don't want Panda Anda," Vava says, stomping his feet. Cells are smart, Vava. Each cell carries information about the job it will do and what it will become. This information is called DNA or deoxyribonucleic acid. "What does DNA look like?" says Vava. "DNA is like a spiral ladder. It has two strands which look something like noodles," says Chitta. "It contains a set of instructions called genes that come from both parents." This reminds Vava of the noodles he saw in the kitchen. "So, I got these genes from Amma?" asks Vava, holding up two strands of noodles playfully. "Half Amma and half Appa? One set of genes from Amma and one set of genes from Appa?" says Banu Chitta. "So Panda Anda would be a panda only if his or her parents were pandas. Instead, the baby has me for a mother and your uncle for a father," says Banu Chitta. "So that's how a cell knows what it is. It's in the DNA," Vava says. "But how does Panda Anda know how to make skin and hair and eyes and fingers?" asks Vava. Inside all our cells is a blueprint, Chitta explains. You remember the architect had shared a blueprint of this house with your mother when it was being built? Oh, yes, Baba says. That is how we know where the windows, the doors, the walls, and the roof would go. Our DNA is just like this blueprint. It tells our cells where to go and when to start building, says Chitta. As each cell divides and multiplies, the gene instructs it to become an eye, a finger, and a pair of lungs. So each living being is really like a house that's a building itself, Baba says. That's amazing. It is, Chitta agrees. And it keeps building and repairing itself for the rest of our lives. That's why you are growing so tall. I don't have to do anything to grow, Baba says, giggling. My DNA is doing it for me. Well, you have to treat it nicely, Chitta says. Eat well, sleep well, and give your body the right amount of work. Then it will do its job easily and efficiently. I will. I promise, says Baba. Do you know how many cells are there in an average human body? The scientist says there are about 37.2 trillion. Can you count that? I can't. Cells are very, very small and can only be seen under a microscope. If every cell in your hand was the size of a grain of sand, your hand would be the size of a school bus. So, now that we have heard this wonderful story, why don't we all go home and do a small exercise? Draw your family tree. Try to find out which features you, your parents, or your brother and sister may have received from someone in the family tree. Does your brother have crazy hair that comes from some uncle or some auntie? Does your cousin get her dimple from her grandmother? So go on, make your family tree and have a lot of fun. Bye!